Time it is? It is Monday, 1 o'clock. It's about 1:11 on the East Coast. So every Monday I come on. I try to be live on all of my platforms because, as you know, that we do have a TV show that is streamed from Port Charlotte. Okay, so and we are on YouTube. So my name is Daniella Noel. I am a licensed financial broker, and part of my job is to bring education to my community. So I started this journey about 4.5 years ago after I saw what the elites, the informed, what our counterparts were using, were leveraging, and we were just not informed. We were not privy of those information. So I started part-time. Hello. I started part-time, then I switched full-time because I love what I do. I love educating. So as being a financial broker, providing financial literacy. So I am a coach, I am a mentor in the financial space. So best way to contact me, find me on Facebook, Daniella Noel. Instagram, I am Daniella Noel. I am Daniella Noel. So I'd love to connect with you guys. Follow me so that when I come on, you get, the notification that I am on. So in the spirit of the holidays, right? So I want to talk about holiday wallet wisdom. I know I did this a couple weeks ago and it was well received, so much so I was asked to speak on the topic. So I'm coming back again because I do realize it is a time where we are experiencing a lot of stress, right? The holiday season, it's supposed to be a time of joy, peace, happiness. But if you are not if your heart is not full, right? And your bank account is empty, is being empty during the holiday season. So this is for you, right? So the holiday season is supposed to bring us joy, but a lot of times it does not because of pressure, right? We live in a culture where bigger is better or more is better, but that is not necessarily true, right? Gaining more stuff, acquiring more stuff does not bring us happiness, right? Contentment is something that comes from the inside out. So quick stats with you. It shows that on an average, 47% of Americans will go into debt during the holidays. On an average, spending about $1,200. And we know the statistics shows that about 85% people living in America do not have $1,000 in savings. That is crazy to be living in the richest country, right, in the world, right? We look like as a superpower, yet right here in America, people are living paycheck to paycheck, meaning that you get paid on Monday, on Friday, on Monday, it's done. There's nothing, right? They're not even connecting. So if we go in this frenzy of spending money, right, $1,100 on an average, where is that money coming from? Guess what? We are going into debt. We are going into the cash advances, personal loan, credit card, right? So how can we continue living like this? And how do you expect to get out of this if you keep buying into the frenzy that you have to buy gifts with money you don't have for people who don't care, right? Over the weekend, I was talking to a group of women over 40, and there were two ladies who worked in retails. And what they shared with me is that the day after Christmas, they have to clear half of their stocks, the stock room, so that they can log in things that were returned. And the not funny, but the saddest thing about that is that a lot of people, they get gifts, they don't have the receipts. So when they return those items, they are not getting full price. So they're getting very little money back or gift card because you don't have a receipt. They're not going to give you your cash. So a lot of people end up wasting your gift because you didn't give them a gift receipt. You really didn't know if they really wanted. You're just buying just to buy, just to please them. We can't do that if we want to get out of the debt trap, right? So we need to not buy on emotions. A lot of the shopping that's occurring, it's due to emotional, right? So we need to go into this season with a different mindset, okay? Is the gift you buying going to break your budget? Is it aligned with your values? And does the person really need that gift that you're going to buy, right? So today I want to give you some practical tools, right, that will help you from moving from pressure to peace. The true meaning of the season is peace, joy, and happiness. So we need to set ourselves up to really enjoy the holiday for what it really is, for what it means, right? So we need to focus on presence and purpose, not just pressure, right? Pressure and the presence. We need to be present, but not the gifts, right? So why the holiday breaks our budget? Again, emotional shopping, right? We overspend trying to make it magical and making up for guilt. Some parents throughout the year, they're not available for the kids, and they think that's a way to make it up. I have 3 grandkids. They are gonna get gifts, but guess what? It's gonna be budgeted, right? The culture, right, and marketing. So I know we're getting all of those messages, last call, last chance, 50% off, 70% off. On Saturday, I was Tampa International Mall, right? So we had a little pop-up fitness class. It was sponsored by a athletics store, Fab Athletics. So, but oh yeah, you can buy, you can shop at 80% off, but you have to do a subscription for $70. So I'm giving you $70. I may not need $70 worth of activewear or sporting goods, but I'm going to sign up, right? This is where they get you. You're going to sign up $70 a month for you to get an 80%, right, discount. When you stop and think about, is that really a deal? So you're going to get locked into a contract, monthly contract, right? How many people every day go out there and buying activewear, like $70 like worth, right? I sure don't. And I am active, right? So it's like when I think about it, no, that is not a good deal. So some of us were trying to find ways to get out of the contract, sign up, then cancel within whatever so many days or whatever. It's not worth it. Go to Marshall's, go to Ross, and get you some activewear, right? So they find ways to get us. So when I went in the store and the sport bras were like $75, $80, I said, so what's magical about those $70, $80 sport bra? No, because Kim Kardashian and her sisters are behind the brand. But does it make it a better sport bra? Okay, that's for you guys to discuss, right? So again, common traps that we need to avoid when going shopping, including, hello, good afternoon, including shopping for the holiday. We need to have a shopping plan, right? No last minute buying, because that leads into overspending. Even the grocery store, they tell you, do not go to the grocery stores without a plan. Best way, to save on groceries, have your meals planned out for the week or for whatever, and then have your items, go in the store, get the items on your list, right? So we need to have a plan. We need to have a budget. If you know you're buying for 10 people, put 10 people on the list and set a budget for each one. So again, if the problem is lack of preparation, then this is what you need to do. Plan out. Have your list ahead. I know we only like 5 weeks. Is it 5 weeks from Christmas? Oh my God, today's 17, right? So you need to have a plan. You need to give every dollar you have a job. We don't like to budget, but we need to. That is if you want to get out of the debt trap, the poverty trap. You need to have a plan. Decide how much you're going to spend, right, for the holidays. Another stat, January is the most stressful month financially, because that's when the credit cards start popping up, right? That's when the bills are due. Those bills, those charges that you did during holidays, whether it's for food, decorations. It's now, guys, I hope you guys don't think I'm a Scrooge. It's one of my favorite holidays, but sometimes you have to step back and say, yeah, I can go out, buy a new tree, new decorations, but really for what? Yeah, so this year, I don't think I'm gonna put up decoration. Yeah, I don't know. So I have grandkids, so I need to do decorations, but I may not. So again, everything can be done if you plan for it, right? So your plan should include not only the gifts that you are going to give out, the wrapping paper, if you are shipping them, the shipping, and the holiday foods, because like Thanksgiving is right around the corner, and that's when all of the spending start. I love Thanksgiving. I normally make cremas and pepper tart, and I am debating, okay, am I doing that? So I have some people already calling. They want their cremas, they want their pina colada. Cremas is our version of pina colada or coquito. So coquito for the Spanish, cremas for the Haitian. I don't know what other countries call them, but yeah, I probably give in and do it because I love the holidays. But again, I already have my plan. I'm waiting for Publix to put those carnation milks on buy one, get one. So if Publix doesn't have them on sale, buy one, get one, I may not do the coquito, but we'll see, right? So choose a payment method. Don't reach for the credit card. Let's do cash or debit, right? Or a specific card that you can track, the bill gonna come, because some of us like to use credit cards for points, which could be a good game if you have the money at the end of the day to pay for it, right? So there are a lot. Maybe one day I'll do a session on how to leverage credit card, right? To build up, rack up points, and you can travel for free or whatever, right? So if you are in a good position where you have a good card that giving you a lot of rebates, a lot of points, yeah, put it on one card. But in January, when it's due, that is going to be paid for. So not only 47% of Americans are going into debt for the holiday season, but also that debt can linger on up to 6 months. That is crazy, right? That is just crazy. Imagine the interest that you are paying on that debt. That is killing our wealth, right? So get a plan in place. Know how much you're going to spend, how much you're going to spend on each person, right? And track. Keep track of what you're buying, right? So protect. You need to protect your peace, right? Guard your wallet from pressure. You don't need to give in into the commercials. Yeah, last call or 50% off. Hello, Coach Andrea. How you doing? Um, One thing that you guys need to do, unsubscribe to all of those promo emails. You need to protect your peace, protect your wallet. So Macy's, unsubscribe because you're gonna get tempted. So avoid temptation so that you don't give it into the pressure thinking that you're really getting a deal. Guys, I think we are old enough, right? 2 days old, that we know those are gimmicks to get us into the door. So unsubscribe from those mailing lists so that you don't buy into the trend, right? So what I teach, I do have a small group, financial literacy group in my church. So what I'm telling my students to do, hey, we like convenience and it's good, right? Can make our lives a bit easier. Hey, I'm guilty at times. Amazon, oh my God, that is of the devil. Right? So what I'm telling them to do, yes, put that item in the cart, put it in the Amazon cart, give it 24 hours. And those are the questions that you need to be asking yourself. Okay, do I need this, or does that person really need this? Do they love it? Do I love it? And can I really afford it? And if you cannot answer all three questions, you need to delete that item off of your Amazon cart. Put it on hold, sleep over it, and if you still meet those criteria, okay, you need it, you love it, and you can afford it, yeah, go ahead and get it. What you need to do is protect your peace. The season is supposed to bring you peace, not chaos. So when we don't have a spending budget, when we don't have a plan in our gifting, guess what? Chaos, going into debt, right? On an average, we are spending $1,200 that we don't have, right? So you don't have the money, you're buying gifts for people who don't care about you, right? What they do the next day after Christmas, just return them. And they get a fraction of the cost of what you paid for it because they don't have a receipt. So when you return a gift, whether Target, Walmart, or wherever, they're not going to give you the original price because they don't know how much the person paid for it. So you need to guard your wallet from pressure of the gimmicks of the sale, right? Sales go on every day throughout the year. One way to avoid the pressure, buy throughout the year. I don't have grandkids, so I've been asking their mother, okay, what are we getting them for Christmas? Buy it throughout the year. You don't have to wait till Christmas, right? They're gonna go on sale. No, they're gonna jack up the price and tell that you're buying on sale. So guard your wallet, avoid the pressure. Hey, track. If you're not tracking, you cannot track it, right? So have a plan so that you reduce the pressure, right? So that way you can save a lot of money. Prioritize, right? Spend on what matters most. I have a friend, she's getting ready to do Thanksgiving dinner, and to me, when I look at Thanksgiving, you need the turkey, the mashed potatoes, the green beans, salad. But we Haitian, it's like we go all out. We're gonna have the rice and beans. We're gonna have the Haitian mac and cheese. We're gonna have the beet salad. I was telling her, I said, why do we need all that? Right? Do we really need all that to make it a Thanksgiving dinner? No, we can keep it simple, right? And still elegant and still, flavorful, tasteful, and still enjoyable. We don't need to have all of those spreads to make the holiday special, right? Spend on what matters most. Hey, before you go shopping for that Thanksgiving, again, plan out your meals, right? Don't go into the store hungry, right? So you need to ask yourself, what do you want to feel like for the holiday? A lot of times we go out there, we cook all of those meals, like we cook on Thursday and on Sunday just to throw it out, and we are exhausted, right? Again, The season's supposed to be peaceful, fun. We're supposed to be connecting with each other, not chaos, right? So if you have to travel, hey, travel. But again, plan out. You don't have to fly first class or wait last minute, right? Plan ahead. Again, some of us, we have to give. I know the Bible says it is more blessed to give than to receive, but do not go into debt. That will not be a good blessing. That will not be a blessing if you're going to go into debt to give, thinking, oh yeah, I'm going to give because it's a blessing to give. No. So decide where you're going to scale back. If you normally travel, you don't have to travel. Find you some new friends, build communities where you at, right? I'm right in Orlando. So, hey, let's connect, get together, have coffee or whatever, right? Again, the decor, I love to decorate for the holidays, but you don't have to go all out. You can make it simple, yet elegant, right? Go to fewer events. You don't have to say yes to every invite you get. Guess what, guys? No is a complete answer, right? It's a full answer. No, you don't have to give in and have to go to every party, accept every invite. Pick and choose where to go, where to spend your money. Again, you don't have to go out. You can find a way to create an environment, right, where you can have people come together. Everybody bring a dish. Like I have a friend, her birthday is December 25th. Last year she turned 50, so we went all out. So we had a big party in my house for her. But this year, guess what? Chilled, relaxed. Everybody bring a bottle. Everybody bring a meal. Hey, cut down costs for everybody. You know how much it costs to go out to dinner or to throw a party? So have a movie night. It doesn't have to be all extravagant, right? Have everybody bring a dish, come together. The meaning of the season is connection, is being with family, not the stuff that we are buying. Again, we know, right, that the stuff do not bring us contentment, but yet we're still giving into the pressure, the guilt, right? Free yourself. No guilt this season. Choose peace. Choose peace this holiday season. Not only will be good for your health, but also for your wallet, so that you don't have to be worrying in January about the bills that you have to pay. Again, stats are showing that it's taking the average American up to 6 months, right, to get rid of those debt. Why do that, right? So again, be present, right? Replace stuff with moments. Plan low-cost free events, right? You can have a cooking session. I know one year I had a couple friends who came over. They wanted to learn how to do pimpatat, right? So it's like, it was fun. It was enjoyable teaching somebody how to do something. Right? On Saturday, I'm sure there was a gimmick behind it, but still, I went into Jo Malone. Yes, I love perfumes. Yes, I am a sucker for Jo Malone. So they had a cooking class. So a group of friends got together and they had a cookie decorating. That's something fun you can do, right? So find a way to reduce your spending. Be creative, right? The kids, I know that we tend to spoil our kids and grandkids. Yes, I'm guilty, but guess what? We need to find ways to get this financial literacy into our kids. Yeah, they may ask for 5, 10 things, but have them pick 2 or 3 things that is most important to them. Because guess what? If we don't teach them now, all we're passing on to them is our bad habits. And that is not the legacy that we want to pass on to our kids. We need to teach them, right, about needs and not wants. And hey, teach them how to prioritize. what's important in their lives. Yes, we want to spoil them, but also show them how they can give back to the community. One thing I love to do with my kids, and I've done it with my oldest one, grandson, he said, go out there. So actually I did homeless feeding with all three. It was the cutest thing, I think Titus was barely 3, right? But not only you exposing them to the real world, right? Showing them, yeah, you may have a comfy bed, you may have this, you live in a gated community, but there are tons of people who carry everything they own in a backpack, right? So teaching them real values, I think that's better. That's a great gift that we can give to our kids. Teaching them about real life experiences. Go out there and serve, right? Not just sit in their comfort zone and playing games, but show them what people are going through, whether it is voluntarily, whether it's their choices, but life happens, right? So find a way to teach your kids, your grandkids, or whoever, nephew, nieces, about real world stuff that can really impact them. So I know one day I took Zach, my oldest grandson, on a drive. So I took him downtown, showing him the people who are living under the bridge, whether it is voluntarily or involuntarily, but choices, right? So I hear this thing, somebody said, hey, when you are born, you look like your parents, right? But when you die, you look like your decisions. I don't know. I'll just put that in. That was for free, right? So the decisions that we make shape us, right? Some people, one unexpected circumstance in life may bring them to homelessness, right? So after I showed him the side of the homelessness, those people who are living in suitcases, then I want to show him the mansion, multi-million-dollar mansion, that he said, oh, those are the houses I've seen on HDTV or whatever. He knows. So we need to show them, your choices, your decisions can lead you under the bridge, right? Or in the multi-million-dollar mansion. Also, teach your kids to give back. There are churches that provide meals for seniors who cannot leave the house. I love that. It's a great way, again, to teach your kids value. Because financial literacy is not only the tangible things, the money, the gifts that we are living for our kids, but is the values that we are imparting into showing them how to treat others, how to give back to the community is great financial literacy, right? So we saw with the holiday wallet wisdom framework, we saw we need to plan, we need to protect, right? We need to prioritize, and we need to create presence. So replace stuff with moments, right? So again, track, right? Your spending, but also track your memories that you are building with your kids. Make a scrapbook, right? Because sometimes those are the things that we are living that they're going to cherish. Again, the holiday season does not have to be stressful. It doesn't have to be chaotic. By setting up a plan that we can, right, I can have a great holiday, but one that is not going to leave us empty, drained, right? And financial chaos. So hey, Beyond the Monastera, how you doing? Let me see. So now, what is the plan? Sit down with your family, or if you don't have a family, sit down with yourself. Have it in writing, right? So, hey, last minute shopping, procrastination, we need to do without. Don't wait. I know some people, they wait on December 23rd, and that's when they're rushing out to shop. Guess what? You end up overspending, right? And then just to regret it in January. Because when those 18%, 20%, 30% credit cards hit, guess what? Yep, you're gonna look back and say, yeah, did I really have to do that? So plan ahead. Plan ahead. Protect yourself from the pressure. Prioritizing one special experience. Again, bake, invite someone over, have them bring a meal. You don't have to do the full spread by yourself. Right? Like my friend, she's already talking about everything she's going to be doing. Right? She's going to do the rice and beans, right? Do la pois rouge and our famous rice, black rice, and lasagna. No, it's not supposed to be that, right? Plan your meal out so that you're not overspending. And personally, you cook all that food on Thursday just to throw it away on Sunday. Do you guys know that 40% of our grocery shopping, grocery spending end up in the trash? Not only that, when we go through the fridge, we bought this a couple months ago, it shows an expiration date or best by date or whatever. Sometimes it's still good. Sometimes my kids say, Mom, it has an expiration date. If it smells good, if it's not slimy, I'm using it. I'm using it, right? Because we are such a wasteful nation culture, of course, especially here. So yesterday, my church, shout out to my church. I have the best church. Okay, so we love people, we love God, we love our community, and we serve our people, right? So they give out food every second and fourth Monday, and I think every first and third Saturdays. Yes, we get donations. They serve 400 people on Saturday, but there was so much food left, like zucchinis and tomatoes. And guess what? That's not going to go to waste. So I had suggested find another food bank to give them out to, right? So we don't have to be wasting food like we do again. In America, 40% of our groceries end up in the trash because we don't plan out our meals. We don't shop based on what we're eating. We go, it's buy one, get one. Well, I did that yesterday at Publix. Certain things you can stack up, right? Spaghetti, I'm only buying it when it's buy one, get one, right? I don't eat a lot of canned goods, but tomatoes, they were buy one, get one, yes. So plan out, and they're not going to go bad. So I have people to eat them, right? So buy things that are non-perishable, get them when they're on sale. So again, let's do the slimy and the smell test. Um, if it smells good, if it's not slimy, even the other day, maybe 2 days or whatever past the expiration date, I'm still using it, right? So again, that is what I have for you guys. The holiday does not have to be chaotic. You can come up with a plan to reduce your stress. And the way that you're going to do that is by plan, right? By following the 3 P's, 4 P's: plan, protect, prioritize, and presence. So one homework I'd like to I have for you guys, right? Decide, if you have not already done so, right? Decide how much you're going to spend this season without stressing in January, right? Make a list who you're buying for and add some experiences. Maybe you take, I know in my area, they have dinner cruises, they have sunset cruises, include an experience, right? That you can create, right? Hey, you can, Advent Health, they have a choir, they go around singing carols. Do that. Go watch Christmas lights, right? You don't have to go and spend money that you don't have, right? So you deserve a holiday that leaves you grateful, not guilty. But you're gonna have to create that for yourself if that's what you want, right? I've already told the kids I want a peaceful Christmas, peaceful holiday. Therefore, I am teaching this to myself. I am implementing this so that no pressure, no pressure. Um, Peaceful. I am choosing peace, right? And I think I've earned that. I will not be going around shopping for everybody, right? So make a list. Who you buying for, how much you spending, right? So that come January, you will have a less stressful month. And then think of all that, what you can do with the money that you would be spending on interest. Unless you have a zero interest card that you're earning miles. I know some people use credit card, right? And there's nothing wrong with that. We're not against buying, we're not against spending or using credit card. But if you're going into debt, if you are part of that statistic, 47% of Americans spending about $1,200 that they don't have because they're leveraging credit cards, then no, we need to have plastic surgery. You need to cut that up, right? So again, let's go back to cash or the envelope system or use debit card. You still can. There are still ways that you still can earn points. You still can earn rewards by using your debit cards, right? There are a few portals out there, shopping portals that you can link your information to, and every dollar you spend, regardless whether it's a card or a debit card, that you can get rewards, you can get points, you can get mileage. So it's a matter of being creative, how you spend, where you spend your money. So that is all I have for you guys. I really hope that you guys will implement at least one thing, right? Plan. So if you're not tracking your spending, you cannot attack your spending. And guess what? If you want to live a better life, right, get out of the poverty trap, debt trap, guess what? Nobody's coming to save us. We have to save ourselves. We have to go out there and do what we need to do for our family, which is why they don't teach financial literacy in school. It's up to us to gain the knowledge and pass it on to our kids, right? That's one way of living generational wealth. Generational wealth doesn't have to be money, right? It's good if you leave them a life insurance policy. And if you don't have that, if you're not leaving that for your family, I encourage you, reach out to me, DM me if you don't have a plan, right? But it's the memories that you are creating, the things, the values that you are imparting into your kids. Those are the things that's gonna last. So it doesn't have to be money. It can be knowledge that you are passing on to your kids. So thank you, everyone. JC King, I don't know who you are, but thank you for hopping on. Show me some love, comments, if you want to see more of those, or do you want me to go back to talking about life insurance? I can do that too. But I think as a holistic financial broker, bring in financial literacy, bring in the things that matter to us in this holiday season. I was pondering on what to teach, and I really think this is a timely message that can help somebody out there, right? So that you don't have to give into the pressure. No is a full answer. You don't have to accept every invitation. You don't have to go out to every dinner, and you don't have to buy the 10 gifts that are on the list, right? Of somebody's list. You don't have to, go spend out hundreds of dollars. Like somebody asked me to buy them a $600 bottle of perfume, and I asked them, "Have you lost your mind? Why would I spend $600 on a bottle of perfume that is not for me. I'm not buying nobody that. Okay. So thank you guys. So I see you guys next week. Same time, same channel. So Mondays at 1, I go live and sharing information to better your life. So I know some of you guys are applying and I get great feedback. So, it's a privilege to come on and be able to talk to you guys about those things that gonna help you in your financial life. Thank you. See you again. Yes. So those of you who want to connect with me, please connect with me on Facebook. My name is Daniella Noel. Instagram, I am Daniella Noel. I really want you guys to send me some feedback. Give me some feedback. Are you liking the show? I know that you talked to Westner, you, but when I don't come on, but you guys not reaching out, guys are not sending me messages. I am sure there's someone out there, I'm talking to you, that need my help. So yes, I am a licensed financial broker. I live in Florida, but I am able to help in all 50 states. So if you're out there, regardless where you are, if you need help with your retirement, with insurance, college planning, whatever it is that you need, if you want help budgeting, like yesterday, I was at a networking event at the church and young lady, she said, I need help with my finances. She said she makes about 200K and just spends her money like crazy. So if you need help, right? If you had a path in a path that you need to make some financial decisions, reach out to me so that I can help you, I can guide you. And if it's something that is outside of my scope, I do have partners that can help. So I am looking forward to serving you guys. I am here to help. I encourage you guys, as part of your planning for the holidays, go over your budget, go over your finances. Do you have everything that you need to have a successful 2026, right? So let's say that, oh, Daniela, I don't have enough money, I'm not making enough money. But guess what? If you're in the US, right, there's an opportunity for you. I can teach you, what I do. Everything that I know, I can impart into you and help you gain a piece of the American dream. Because the American dream is be able to control your time, your money, and your location, right? So if there's someone out there who would love to learn about the insurance industry, please reach out to me. You can do that. You can send me a DM on Instagram or Facebook. I would love to coach you. I would love to mentor you in helping you get the license. Yes, you do need to get a license, just like a real estate agent. You need to get a license so that you can teach, right? You can help families. Our motto is no family left behind. So we are looking for agents, right? Because like I said, nobody's going to save you. You need to save yourself. You need to find ways to create your own economy, right? So by getting a license that you can work wherever you are at, right? You are not locked into your home. I travel a lot for my business, with my business. And guess what? When I travel, all I have to do is talk about my business. And guess what? It's a tax write-off. So if you're looking for a way to leverage the tax codes in America, you have to have a business. There's no way around it. The economy was not created for laborers, right? If you're only working a 9 to 5 and you don't have a side job, a side hustle, you don't have a business, guess what? You are paying too much taxes. So get with me so I can show you how you can create a business, right? That is very low cost to entry, very in the state of Florida, about like $400, you can get going with your license. And guess what? Your income is unlimited. I'm not promising you're going to make $1 million overnight, but if you work it, if you have the clientele, you can. There are some people who come into the business within a year or 2 years. They hit million. You can do that too. So if you're interested in learning about what I do, reach out to me and I will be delighted to help you. Sorry guys. To help you get a license and create generational wealth and pass on generational wealth to your kids, right? So we're coming down to the wire. So again, I love to get some feedback from you guys. Are you enjoying what's been taught and how I can make it better for you guys? So we are wrapping up. So it's almost 2:00. So we're going to put an end to the show for today. Again, remember guys, for the holiday, have a plan. Protect, right? Plan, protect, be present with your family, right? And prioritize your spending, your gifting, so that you can have a peaceful holiday and a less stressful January. So again, thank you guys for